Nothing says you care like crypto.
50% of women 30 and under are now childless in the West. 50%. And half of them will never have a child. And 90% of them will regret it. You know, by the time you're 30, you're already a geriatric mother. And if you're single and 30 and childless, you have a lot of problems to solve in a very short period of time. And then you also got to ask yourself, well, what's your life going to be like if you're partnerless and childless from your 30s going forward?
The report shows that by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030 will be non-married, no kids, single.
So, guys, most women will be single in 5 years. They will be childless and single in 5 years. And this is some very, very seriously problematic news that we are receiving. Women are not preparing for the reality in front of them. They lived life on easy mode, and now they don't know how to deal with hard times. That's why so many of them are panicking and trying to go to dating events, and men aren't showing up. And then the men that are actually there, they're shaming these men for even speaking to them. And then they cannot comprehend why men are walking away from society, walking away from dating, walking away from relationships, and choosing to, walk away or even just go their own way. Today's video comes from Manhood. His channel will be linked in the description of the video so that you can go check him out and support him. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of so many women being childless and single in 5 years and how that's going to affect both women, society, and men going forward. Don't forget to follow us on Rumble. Our Rumble is linked in the description of the video, and we'll also go ahead and pin it over in the chat on the tube. So if you're watching over on the tube, just know that we're going to be moving over to Rumble shortly. So if you want to keep on watching, then you'll need to jump on over to Rumble. Because, that's how we like to rumble. We like to rumble on Rumble. So definitely look out for that. It's in the description. The link is in the description of the video. And it's also pinned on the tube, or it will be momentarily. Yeah, there we go. It's pinned now. So you can find it pinned in the chat, or you can find it in the description. We'll go ahead and jump right into the video momentarily after our little message. But don't forget, guys, today we're actually going to be doing something a little different. I have a little bit of a headache, and also I did not entirely want to go to work today. Yeah, this is work. I didn't want to go to work today. I didn't want to have to do my job today. But my job is to entertain, to inform, and to educate. But I didn't want to go to work today. But I still had to go to work today. So here I am. There are moments when I feel like it'd be so easy. It'd just be easier to do the Gen Z thing and not give a damn and just chill, man. You go play some video games and do nothing, and forget about those bills, forget about those responsibilities. But consciously, I know what the consequences are for being lazy. It's interesting. I saw a video by this guy, and he goes, the people who like he was referring to people like Gen Zers. He says, oh, they're not lazy, they're lost. Freak. Like, bro, he said they are not lazy, they are lost. And those are some frightening words. Those are frightening words. When someone says you're not lazy, you're lost. And that just pushes me to continue having this crazy work ethic. But man, I really did not want to work today. I wanted to call in sick, just let you guys know, yeah, man, this headache, man, can't do it today, man. But none of that Gen Z behavior. None of that Gen Z behavior. I really didn't want to go to work today, y'all. I really didn't want to go to work today, man. I did not want to go to work today. But it's his life. So we'll go ahead and jump into the video right after a message from, your favorite, your one and only. You guys love it so much. Angry's Crypto Academy. So, guys, you know the drill. Don't forget to check out Angry's Crypto Academy. Hard times have arrived. ATMs will stop working and banks will chain the doors. Protect your wealth and safeguard your future with crypto. Angry's Crypto Academy offers comprehensive courses, expert investment guides, and our exclusive crypto blueprint to teach you how to buy, sell, our exclusive crypto blueprints to teach you how to buy, sell, trade, and invest in crypto. You'll learn exactly what coins have the potential to create new millionaires and how to spot the best investment opportunities. Don't miss out. Secure your financial future now. The academy is linked in the description of the video. And now let's go ahead and jump right into the video.
Think that you're going to be 45 years old, no kids, not married, and that you're going to genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money? Best of luck to you, honey.
According to a recent study, 45% of working women between the ages of 25 and 45 will be unmarried, childless, and single by the year 2030. This is an alarming prediction that people should be talking about. 45% of working women is not a small subset of the female population. It's a giant number, and practically means every other woman you know.
Ali said something in this episode that particularly struck me. She told the other female panelists and the viewers, "We live in a society that wants you broke, single and childless, and your $49.99 donation of apathy just adds to that. Ask these women where they see themselves in 5 years, professionally and personally."
Ask these women where they see themselves in 5 years professionally and personally. For myself, hopefully I will have 2 biological children, 1 an adopted child, and I'll be raising them, which is just as valuable as if I got a PhD or if I was making 6 figures. It matters just as much, and for me personally, it matters more.
She continued to highlight that this is indeed a real problem. It's reflected in our fertility rates that show that here in the UK, 50.1% of women are childless by age 30.
It's a trap. They do want you broke and childless. They're buying shares in cat food and wine companies, and that's no joke. Most women are unhappy and blame men for their unhappiness. We are responsible for our own happiness.
Have you ever heard about Morgan Stanley study that about 40% of women will be single by 2030? It's crazy. Well, I did some research and I wanted to share some of the reasons why this might be the case. Let me break it down for you.
You'll see one article that says, single childless women are the most happy demographic. And then 2 months later, there'll be another one. Single childless women are more miserable than ever. It's always this back and forth. It's like these conflicting messages. And the reason why it's so confusing and conflicting is because happiness is an emotion. And happiness is the one we focus on the most because we think we have this idea that we can just, if we could just find this perfect balance of like self-help books and healing and therapy and all this other stuff, that we're going to find some permanent solution to living a permanently 100% content life. And the fact of the matter is that the human condition is defined by discontent, not by content. And that's a good thing. That's a feature, not a bug. Because God forbid, because if we were all content all the time, we would not grow. We wouldn't want more. We wouldn't build more. We wouldn't do more.
If you expect someone to make you happy, you will never be happy. Narcissists are never happy because they blame others for their bad choices.
Yeah, I mean, we're dealing with an entire generation of sociopaths. We can see that when it comes to the baby boomers. We can see that when it comes to Zoomers. We can see that with women in modern society, the way that they treat men, they view men. This is sociopathic behavior, and they can never admit that they're wrong, nor do they have empathy. So it's absolutely insane. It's painful to experience it, but it's a reality that men have to live with. Another very important point that I want to make, because a lot of people don't understand what happens, what it looks like when a man truly walks away. There are these men known as the monks, and I'm not talking about simply the monks of MGTOW. I'm talking about the Tibetan monks, the guys who like to live up in the mountains, not even the hills. They like to live in the mountains, away from everyone else. Okay, very simple lives. These men and men like them these guys exist across different societies. You have guys who are very similar even in India, and they walk away from society. They walk away from relationships, dating, everything, and they basically live these extremely simple lives, and they let go of all of attachment. And that's very much what Buddhism is about, letting go of attachment. Okay, people don't understand just how dangerous this can be. Because Even in Buddhism, you even have a thing called right mind. If you begin to develop too many of these traits, for example, lust or desire for physical intimacy, where because part of Buddhism, training to be a monk or just learning how to be a Buddhist is learning how to get rid of, or not so much get rid of, but allowing the passing of thoughts of physical intimacy so that they no longer not only control you, but at some point you may no longer even desire them. You have to understand what it truly means to walk away from society when you give up entirely, because that's what these men have actually done. They have given up on society to live carefree lives away from society, away from the narcissism of relationships and dating, away from WARs and politics and everything else. They've given up on society. And they spend their days working, living amongst themselves with other men in an extremely peaceful environment. No yelling, no screaming. Everyone has a job to do. Everyone is able to contribute in some way to stay busy. Their area is always clean, and they do not attach themselves to anything. Everything that is there, it comes and it goes. If men begin living like this, and a lot of men are beginning to exhibit very similar behavior, you will have a world where men will, because these men are not going to fight in WARs. These men are not going to defend their country. Don't get me wrong. They will defend their temples. They will defend their temples. They will defend their land from others, but they're not going to fight for others. They're not going to fight for society. They will fight for themselves, but they will not fight for others. Think about that very carefully. These men walked away. And more men are beginning to exhibit these traits. The more you take away from men, the less men will offer in return. The more you demonize men, the worse you make it for yourselves. And this is very much where society is headed. We're heading towards a society where men have completely shut themselves out of it, because they were shut out of society. So they're slamming the door on society. They're slamming the door on relationships, and they're making it clear we want to have nothing to do with any of that. A society, guys, a country without its men is not a country. A country without its men is a wasteland. Women were not designed to live without a husband. What does that actually mean? It means that women are not biologically designed to go through the course of their lives without a man to financially provide for them, to protect them, and to do the thinking for them. You're going to say the thinking for them? That is correct. Because women reason and rationalize using feelings, men reason and rationalize using facts. This is why the most unrealistic thing will make sense to a woman, because she's thinking and rationalizing using feelings and emotions, not facts. And because of that type of thinking, a woman can, if left to their own devices, they will basically end up destroying everything around them and having nothing. Men are the ones who make the hard decisions. Men are the ones who slam the door shut. Men are the ones who say no. This is the reason why men are naturally in positions of leadership. However, women in their jealousy want special privileges while men get special punishments. And then they call that equality. I've said this already, that feminism was never about equality. It was not even about equity. It was about women being it was about superiority. All right? Women having special privileges, men having special punishments. Women being put forward as the superior of men, and men simply being the servants of women and society. It's sad and it's pathetic, but it's how things have gone down, which is why I keep on telling you guys, don't focus on dating, Don't focus on relationships. Focus on getting your money up. Focus on getting right with God, because hard times are here. You're going to see the ATMs stop working. Banks are going to chain the doors. And the only way that you're going to be able to protect yourself, protect your wealth, and protect your future is going to be with crypto. So go and check out Angry's Crypto Academy, because like I've mentioned earlier, we offer comprehensive courses, expert investment guides, and our exclusive crypto blueprints to teach you how to buy, sell, trade, and invest in crypto. You'll learn exactly which coins have the potential to create new millionaires and how to spot the best investment opportunities. Don't miss out. Secure your financial future now. The academy is linked in the video. I mean, guys, most women are not going to do anything going forward other than continuing to gaslight and blame men. Even as things are going horribly for them, they're just going to blame men. They're just going to say we're victims, because women have been conditioned by their mothers, by their fathers, by society, by the state, by one another, from the moment that they are little girls to the moment that to the point where they are now, where they now have gray or white hair, to know that they are victims. They are powerful victims, and their power comes through harnessing victimization. And they don't understand that because they didn't do the hard work, when hard times arrive, you're not going to be able to bully people to get what you want. People are going to say, yeah, I don't care. I'm going to hide from you. I'm going to avoid you. I'm going to disappear. Oh, they think that the state is going to just go and take everything from men. If men are not producing, the state has nothing to take. Men are producing less and less every single day. 30 million men have dropped out of the workforce. The average man doesn't need much to survive. The average man can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road. The average woman cannot. Men leave a surplus on the economy. Men leave a surplus on the economy over the course of their lives. The average man will put more money into the economy than he will take out over the course of his life. The average woman will take more money out of the economy over the course of her life than she will put in. So she will leave a deficit. Men pay 80% of all taxes. Women make 80% of all consumer purchases. So if men are no longer working longer hours, because we know that married men make more than single men, because they have to. Married men make like 20 to 30% more income than single men, and the reason why is because they have to work longer hours to subsidize the living of their families. And then, it's like they try to say, you see, marriage is good for men and makes them make more money. No, it doesn't make them make more money. It forces them to go and spend and work harder, longer hours, to make more money, to provide for families that don't even give a damn about them. And then and have less disposable income for themselves. And then basically your legacy is supposed to be a legacy of sacrifice. Guys, that's not a legacy of sacrifice. They want to turn us into indentured servants. Women do not comprehend the consequences of their actions. And we know that women forever will fight hard to avoid consequences or accountability. And this time, it's going to really have a really extraordinarily dramatic effect on them. And they can try to blame men, gaslight men. It doesn't matter what they say or do. They are going to face very difficult consequences for the poor decisions that they've made and the poor planning. I've said this many years ago, and I'll say it again. M2 was the end. M2 absolutely scorched the earth. Women will never, the relationship, that was the final nail in the coffin. There's no coming back after M2, and it's still going. It's just now a normal part of society. And I guarantee you, as things get worse for women, as things become harder, you're just going to see more women trying to go down that path, sue corporations, making up whatever fictitious claim that they can to survive. And how is that going to affect men? Simple. It's only going to make the lives of men worse. Men are only going to end up being given more training, told this and this and this for things that they have not done. And all the while this is being done, women are only going to get angrier, because they know that they're lying. They know that that this is not true, but they're going to double down. And men are just going to increasingly walk away. And as men increasingly walk away, women are just going to become more passive aggressive. because there is no instance of accountability. There's no guys. It's like expecting these people, boomers, zoomers, the individuals I'm discussing, and modern women in society, expecting these people to have empathy and to be reasonable and rational is like expecting a bank robber, to feel sorry for his victims, a bank robber to feel sorry for the people whose money he just stole. It's not going to happen. He's just going to say that we're all a bunch of bandejos, you know, and go about his business. He might even praise God for the heist, for letting him succeed. By the way, guys, 5-minute warning, 5-minute warning for those of you watching over on the tube. We will be moving the stream over to Rumble exclusively in 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 5 minutes alone to move your butts, get your butts over to the better platform, guys. I got your five. That's your 5-minute warning. Your 5-minute warning. So yeah, it's linked in the description of the video. Our Rumble is linked in the description of the video. It's linked in the chat. You have your 5-minute warning. I was kind enough to give you your 5-minute warning, and that's about it. So, you can go ahead, jump over to Rumble if you want to keep on listening to the stream, or I don't know, go eat some McDonald's, lay on the couch, do something else. Because I'm not, this is not Friends. I'm not going to be there for you like that. Just being honest with you. But for those of you that want to continue hanging out and want to really enjoy, when the party gets started, then you can head over to Rumble. I've gone ahead and I've put the link at the top of the description. It was already there in the description of the video. I just went in and put it at the top. So if you refresh the page, you will see the link in the description of the video at the very top to Rumble. So you can go ahead and jump over there. But you've got 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes that's passing. That's going by very, very quickly. Oh, boy. DJ says, going to Rumble. Dennis says, please support the Beer 2 movement. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Dennis says, the beer will create their own beerosphere. The beerosphere. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. Beers going their own way. Beers going their own way. Hashtag beers too. Hashtag beers too. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Smokin says, girls have inflated egos, hitting Elon Musk satellites. Dave says, no locals, Angry Sama. We're live on locals. We're live on Twitter. Jeez. We're live on X. We're live on locals. It shows me that we're live on locals. If you're subscribed to our locals, thank you for being a subscriber. But and yeah, and I just jumped over there, and we're definitely live on locals. It shows it, like it says live stream live. Yeah, it says the stream is live over on locals. So yeah. So yeah, we are live on locals. I don't know why Dave asked that, but we are live on locals. We're live on X. We're live on locals. We're live on Rumble. We're live on the tube for another 3 minutes. Another 3 minutes, because we're going to get the hell out of here. Let me see here. Lead says, everyone gets red-pilled nowadays. That is true. Lead says, my mother visited today and told me I was right about everything. Apologized for always using me for cash. And told her, only $10 for birthdays. Do I get nothing? They won't get anything too. I mean, guys, I hear Mother's Day is coming up. I can't stand hearing Mother's Day. Mother's Day, Dad gets a tie and a tie and socks. Now, most of the time, not even a nice shirt, just a tie and socks, because he knows it's his job. Because it's basically them telling him that it's his job to go and work. While mom, that's what men get. And then of course, you don't even have like Father's Day anymore. It's called dads and grads. So now, like even the kids that are graduating from school, they get better gifts than dad. Dad doesn't get crap. It's like 50 Cent, I think it was 50 Cent who said this. He was like, mother effer, you think that men don't like jewelry too? You think that we don't like diamond rings too? You think we don't like nice earrings too? Like, I'm just being so damn real. All right? Putting rings on mom's finger. What, you can't put a ring on dad's hand? Putting gold and jewelry on mom's ears. What, you think men don't like jewelry too? You think men don't like nice things? Flowers? You think men don't like some nice flowers? You think we don't have our favorite flowers? I like dandelion. I like sunflowers. I like beautiful, like the big giant. I love sunflowers. I'm not big into roses. But I love sunflowers. I have never been given. I don't think I've ever been given flowers in my life. And the thing is, that's the thing about men. The first time a man gets flowers in his life are usually at his funeral. That's just how messed up life is for men. The first time we will usually get flowers will be at our funerals. It's sad. It is. It is so damn. It is so damn sad. You know. But it basically reflects how society actually views us and what society actually thinks about us. I tell you, I feel better day and day. With every passing day, I feel better not helping others, not giving not giving my money to people who don't even like me. And by the way, guys, just a reminder, you have about 30 seconds. You have about a good 30 seconds to get over to Rumble right now, because I'm gonna, we're gonna cut it on the tube. We're gonna cut it on the tube. The tube is it's legacy technology. It's legacy technology. It's legacy. Rumble is the Rumble is the future. Rumble is the future. That's it's the truth. Rumble is the future. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Doop doop doop. Yeah.